Rain drizzled softly on the rooftop of the centuries-old stone chapel, hidden away in the quiet Swiss Alps. Inside, guests whispered among themselves, confused and curious. No one had ever seen the groom's face. But everyone knew his name, Christopher Vale. A reclusive billionaire. A genius inventor. And a man who vanished from the public eye after a devastating betrayal 5 years ago. The news of his sudden wedding invitation had shocked the business world. No fiancé had ever been seen. No announcement, no engagement, not even a tabloid photo. Yet here everyone was, seated in a candlelit chapel, waiting for a bride none of them recognized, and a groom no one had seen in half a decade. Suddenly, the chapel doors opened. A woman stood there, trembling slightly. Her name was Elena Moore. A literature graduate, waitress by profession, and far from the billionaire world. Her dress was simple but elegant, a loan from the same man who had changed her life with a strange request just a week earlier. 1 week ago Elena was working the night shift at a quiet mountain café when a tall, sharply dressed man in black approached her counter. "I need a favor," he said. "It sounds strange, but I'll pay you whatever you ask." She laughed. "You'd be surprised how many times I've heard that. I want you to marry me. One ceremony. No strings afterward. Just a signature. It's for my family, and closure." Elena blinked. "Is this a prank?" "No," he looked deadly serious. "I haven't spoken to a woman in 5 years. I've built an empire. I've cut out emotions. But now, I need someone real to stand beside me, just once." She hesitated. "Why me?" "Because you looked me in the eye," he replied. "And you didn't flinch." Back to the present, wedding day. Lena walked slowly down the aisle. She didn't know half the people watching her. But her heart thumped not in fear, but something else. Curiosity. Hope. Maybe even affection. At the altar, Christopher turned around. The crowd gasped. The once cold, unreachable billionaire looked human. Soft. Lost. And when he saw Elena in the dress, something in him broke. "Thank you for showing up," he whispered. They stood, silent, as the priest spoke. Neither had written vows. This wasn't a love story. Or so they thought. "Do you, Christopher Vale, take this woman?" "I haven't seen a woman in 5 years," he interrupted, eyes fixed on her. "And I never thought I'd want to again. But today, I want nothing more than to kiss my wife." Gasps filled the room. Before the priest could respond, Christopher gently pulled Elena forward and kissed her. It wasn't passionate. It was cautious. Vulnerable. Like a man remembering what it meant to feel something again. After the ceremony, Elena sat alone in the suite afterward, unsure what came next. A knock. Christopher stood there, holding a coat. "There's something I want to show you." He led her to the balcony. Below, lights sparkled like stars, tiny homes on the edge of the cliffs. He pointed to one. "That's where I grew up. My mother used to say, find someone who sees your scars and stays." Elena said nothing. But she reached out and took his hand. "So, what happens now?" she asked softly. He turned to her, smiling for the first time. "Now, I ask if you want this to be more than just a ceremony." She stared at him. Her heart pounded. "Are you saying, I want to earn your love, Elena? Not buy it. Not fake it. Just, earn it. If you'll let me try." 6 months later the press called it the most mysterious love story of the decade. But Elena didn't care. She now woke up to sunlight streaming through mountain windows, her husband reading beside her, their hands tangled like it was the most natural thing in the world. She had never expected to marry a billionaire, and he never expected to love again. But sometimes, fate shows up when you stop believing, and all it takes is one kiss, and a heart willing to stay.